What's up, everybody? Brett here, and we're back today playing some more Battle Brothers. It is our Demons of Dovcool run. I think we're on episode 4. It's day 22, it's midday. And we are camped outside the crumbling ruins. And we're going to head in there in just a second, but before we do that, we have a level on Frizzo, who we are going to rename after a sub. Cassia? I think that's how you spell it. Let me double check real quick. I don't want to get your name wrong, buddy. Cassia. I think that's how you pronounce it. Let me know if I'm saying it wrong. I'm always willing to say it right. So, Cassia, thanks for subbing, and I'm happy to have you on the team. I decided to give you Frizzo because Frizzo's a pretty solid character. Decent stats, no negative traits, kind of a big thing, and has already made it to level 5, so I anticipate Cassia sticking around for quite some time. So let's give you a little bit of fatigue. Some more melee skill is nice. And we'll take a 3-roll in ranged defense. It's not my favorite thing to take, but it's where we're at right now. So now we also have Backstabber. That's what I'm looking to do at about level 5 on everyone. So let me go ahead and read it. It says, Honor doesn't win you fights, stabbing the enemy where it hurts does. The bonus to hit chance in melee is doubled to plus 10% for each ally surrounding and distracting your target. So what you'll find when you have a bunch of relatively low melee skill characters, let's say they all average out to about 72 or something, 75 in the end, which is pretty fair, I think. As we get into some of these fights, and we're surrounding and being surrounded, and all the tactical geometry is taking place, we'll find ourselves often with plus 30% chance to hit. So it's going to be good, and that's an average. Sometimes it'll be plus 10, plus 20, plus 30, plus 40 even, and we'll find ourselves being able to take down enemies that otherwise might evade us. So, and it's very thematic. We are cultists after all, so backstabbing I think is kind of in our nature. So let's get into the crumbling ruins. Probably going to be some undead. We should anticipate that. Okay, 16 of them, quite a bit. Can we back up? Kind of. We can get some of our people on the high ground. That's worth it. Oh god. Okay, well what that means, and why I said oh god, is because he's possessed, he's going to be faster than some of us. So he may make it... He may make it into melee combat with someone before we're able to move them, which would be a pain in the butt. Let's try and move everyone. This is kind of awkward. Okay, we'll keep our archers on the high ground here. And now that we know there's a necromancer, that means that we are very much aware that we can't run like the full distance. Like, let's say there was a huge bit of high ground here that we could take. We probably wouldn't be able to get there without this thing stopping us. And we don't really have the killing power to just like one-shot them and keep walking. And the sooner the zombies engage, the Wiedergangers engage, the sooner the Geists move forward as well. So Lammy has the whip, which we can use on the Geists. Just keep passing here. Yep, he makes it in. Thankfully, he used most of his possession to simply move. Good hit. Probably would have been better to wait until we brought the axe up, but I figured that would happen anyway. Would have given us, like I said, a better chance to hit. Once these guys all have Backstabber, though, those type of surrounds are just going to be awesome. Let's go super wide. And we shoot at prioritize anyone with a weapon. There's some of these I see that don't have weapons or they have knives. Well, That felt pretty bad. Okay, I only stepped forward to get the decapitation and really finish this. Otherwise, I would not have stepped forward. I felt like our odds were good. I was like, there's no way we're going to miss like 5 out of 6 attacks. But we did. We really did. So Heribert is kind of like on an island. If you want to look at it a certain way, he's got a potential to be very, very surrounded. But if we land some of these decapitations, and we're actually going to pass here, because I think we can get a hit and then a decapitation there. Make sure they don't come back. Use the people with the blunt weapons to do the damage, and use the people with the Scramus axes to finish them off. Yeah, we really want our billhook to move back. Just taking off their armor. That way when we do go to hit them, it's a little bit easier to KO them. Nice. Okay. Decapitation, there we go. We should have had 2 just now. Or we could have had 2. And we'll step back and let Torkel step in. This one's becoming a bit tricky. They're overloading the bottom flank. We could be pushing forward here, but I want to keep this high ground advantage. The Geist isn't engaged yet. This would actually be a stronger position. Okay, there goes the armor. Step in here for a better surround. Take the 87% chance shot, and then Wilhelm should be able to get a decapitation there. Okay. It's nice to get a one-shot like that, but the odds are with a Necromancer that we'll see them again. Step up here just to give them more options, basically. Use our crossbowmen on the armored Wiedegangers. Reload. Lammy's the one with the whip, but I think we might have to try and get rid of these guys the old-fashioned way. While walking up and smacking them. Our archers are just so unreliable at this point. Missing that many attacks. Alright, Heribert. That was really bad. Happy that the billhook did get the decapitation. That's good. But now we have to contend with the Geist Scream, the Banshee Streaks. And I don't know how well we're going to do with that. Without a standard bearer or a sergeant, we're in kind of rough shape. Alright, that one had to move, so it wasn't able to scream in the same turn. If Torkel can get some kills here, we can generate some value. Nope. Damn. Would have liked to step up to get a triple surround there. I'm pretty worried about our brother down here. I was going to say, this should be an easy double decapitation, but when you miss this much. And now Torkel, instead of becoming rock solid, has taken 3 hits in a row from a hand axe. So point blank shots. And some big whiffs. See if the dog can kill one of these banshees. Or at least distract it. This guy's got to go before he uses his attacks next turn. This was a kind of a deceptively very dangerous fight for us. Man, the dog getting the kill there would have been great. Okay, Torkel's still in the running. So is Cassia. Oh, guys. That was good. That was something we needed to happen. We missed our second decapitation, which was the important one. Okay. We'll take a shot, whatever. Come down here. Take a shot. Say peace out to the ghost. And if we could move her or him back, I would definitely do that, but so he must have just possessed one of the armored Wiedegangers that's probably guarding him. Any brother who's very hurt needs to run. Torkel and Cassia need to get out of there. Anyone else? Because we're going to send whoever's healthy forward and bring them into the fight. Come on, doggo. At the very least, the dog helps us to get a better surround. Step in there. Yeah, and he's just possessing a Wiedeganger that's not even fighting. Let's back up. And back up. We'll just start stepping forward with everyone else. Just get a huge surround. And the best thing would be if we could put some shots on the Necromancer before we even get there. Nice, and we land the 50%, which obviously was not guaranteed. Weird, he stepped out from his protection. They don't normally do that, unless maybe he's trying to run. Step forward. We've got a little bit of movement left on some people, so we're going to make sure we use it. Like that. Okay. We need to expect some of them to come back, but we don't need all of these dudes to win this. Step in. This is sort of dangerous now, but we've separated the Necromancer. We've locked him down. So we need to anticipate taking a few hits here, too. Okay. Completely pass. To completely pass his turn. Step up. Would like to get three brothers on each one. That would seem optimal. And we gotta hope that Baldwin doesn't take too many more of those hits. Kind of use Heribert maybe and Rollo as a roaming squad to take out anything that tries to resurrect. Alright, he's forced to fight us instead of using his magic on this dude. And we stunned him, which was also great. Okay, almost dead. But the Necromancer has evaded most of our attacks. Get our knife out. Killing this dude would be great. We basically destroyed all of his armor, which is rough. Some of those armored Wiedegangers were wearing stuff that we could really use right now. I was gonna say, watch the dog get the kill. Now that he's running, it's safe to step in. And down he goes. Okay. Wow. Okay. Hagen and Rollo both leveled. Great. Any good loot? No. I mean, this is money. And money is good. I mean, all we got from this was a bunch of money. And a leather neck guard is okay if we have something decent to attach it to. And I kind of do, I guess. We wanted some of the helmets and some of the mail. But we're just destroying everything. As happens. I mean, it's totally expected. Happy to take a 3 there. Would have loved something better than a 1 there. Wow, a 5. Okay. Well, also remember he's fat. So he gets extra hit points. But we need to take care of his fatigue as soon as we can. And then Rollo here. Take a 4. A 3. And let's just get him over 60. You know what? No. Nope, not what I meant to do. 4, 3, and 3. At some point, he's probably going to be like a billman for us. And on our archers, let's just for now get them brawny. We know that's something we're going to do. If it's going to allow us to wear bigger and heavier armor. Alright, and it sounded like a good idea at the time, but tramping around the wilderness without a map or any destination in mind turned out to be quite a strenuous way to find riches, or even a battle. Your footsore band did eventually come upon a worthy target though, and everyone had to agree the venture was worthwhile after all. Heribert is almost glowing with satisfaction as he surveys the few remaining embers of the crumbling ruins. They hadn't the merest clue we were coming, like wheat before our size, brothers. Heribert raises an eyebrow. Speak for yourself, I'm no farmer. Alright, and everyone but that one grumpy guy who never can become happy is satisfied. So, let's move up. I was hoping we'd be in better condition because I would love to check out the Tomb of the Mad King. Would probably save the game and see like what we're dealing with here. And if it's something too hard, instead of like wasting a bunch of time and retreating, I would just probably reload the save. But we're injured and we're out of tools, and we need a ton of tools. So let's just head back to Jarlstead. Yeah, I mean we've got some injuries. A little bit low on crowns, a little bit low on food. And who knows, someone will probably pay us to destroy this place at some point. But I'm happy we're back in this nice hub of activity with all of these really great cities for us. Ernest the Footman, Sigurd, Ruther the Bright. Of course, we're sitting at 12 bros. We don't really need any more right now unless we really want a backup brother. And the prices here are great. Yeah, they're really good. So we should definitely sell this. And get rid of any excess crummy gear that we don't need. All that stuff can go. Reorganize a bit, and we need food. Buy cheap grains. Let's buy another stack, or buy a stack, 2 stacks of tools. We should actually buy 3. And ammunition, but ammunition here is super expensive, so we'll just buy one of those. Get rid of that. Get rid of this. Okay. The prices here to buy are not very good, but the prices to sell kind of made up for a little. Check out the weaponsmith, see what they're rocking. Bunch of things we can't afford. As expected. Lots of things I would love to have. Let's go ahead and see what this is. To Talback. Talback is to the east. We don't want to do that. We want to go up to Tiffinsdot, and that's where we want to go. And the time that we spent traveling is fine. Honestly, it might have been good to go to Talback just because we know we need to repair and heal. And that means, you know, travel time, which we're basically getting paid to do that. But we're just going to relocate and hope they have some good contracts for us. And it looks like they do. Sir Wenzel and Riemann. So this place is putting out some nobles. That's an adventurous noble. Much better thing than a disowned noble. Ooh, a thief. And another cultist. Okay. Oh, was that a flagellant as well? Man, I wanted a flagellant. He's even got a title, too. Illiterate and born to poverty, Baldur found refuge in tales of the gods. After raiders looted the coffers of his church, Baldur's quest was to refill the pure purses. So enamored with the world of the gods, it's not much of a surprise that the pilgrim sees the real one filled with enemies. We're going to pick him up. He's going to be a good backup dude. Let's see what his abilities are. He's a night owl. Okay. 1 in melee skill, 2 in range defense, which is pretty bad. 1 in resolve, which is fine. Yeah, just a general okay brother. I sold that helmet on accident. I actually didn't mean to do that earlier. It was a cheap helmet, but it still was a backup helmet. And we've got a male shirt here. Let's just go ahead and give it the leather neck guard. For those of you who've never seen how this works, we basically just gave it an extra 15 durability. And when you sell it, it kind of accounts for it. It's not really a waste or anything like that. It's a relatively, I mean, that's a cheap piece. That's a very cheap piece, I should say. So, we'll get more. We'll get a lot more. The fish here is cheap because this is a harbor. So let's grab some of that. And some more grains. Harbors are always a great place to get nets if you want to make nets part of your strategy. And you know what? This is super cheap. Let's just buy this. It's actually better than stuff that we're currently wearing. So there you go. If someone gets very injured, we have some brothers here who might not recover in time for a battle. We'll just pull them out and put in Baldur the Believer. Alright, let's see what the easy mission is first. Simply because we need kind of a gimme battle while we heal up and recover. We need a battle standard so that we're recognized from afar. Having one be made is costly, so we shall gather 2,000 crowns. Yes, that's the next one for us. And remember, when you do this one, you do have to spend some of it. So they have some raiders for once. Happy to see that. And I think we're actually going to take out Kasia there. Or Cassia. I'm going to say that name wrong probably quite often. Cassia, I think is how you pronounce it. But I could definitely be wrong. Yeah, I'm not happy with our current condition. Let's actually give him a war fork. That way he can attack from the back line. Let's go and take on these thieves. Raiders could have some good gear for us. I see Lamellar, I see a pike, a boar spear, another pike, some mail. Big thing is just get rid of all the chaff first. Yeah, gun those type of dudes down. Let's wait for them to step closer. And then the raiders are just completely unsupported at that point. We'll pass. Pass. We'll pass there. I'm not 100% sure whether or not I want to step in. That's a 93. I'm pretty confident we can hit that. Pass there. So now with a 4-man surround, we're looking good. And we're going to bring our bill hook up here, because I think we're going to need it in this fight. Let's just step in. I don't much care if Whittle takes one shot from a pikeman. Decapitation for the fear element. And then we're going to send, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 guys down. And we're going to step in from this angle. Go up. And we're going to get a 3-man surround here. Oh, good switches. Okay. But they used their turns to do that. I knew that was going to happen. But we should have him locked down this turn. Let's just hope it's not like one of those Rorschach scenes where we're really locked down there with him. Because his weapon is better than ours. But if we hit him there, we're doing good. Alright, landed 1. Decapitation finished. Start putting some hits on this guy. Very good. That was a 68% chance. I'm a little bit worried about Baldwin, but I think if we can hit just a bit more. We gave him a severe concussion, and he's gravely wounded. He's also breaking a little bit. His odds to hit us in melee range are much lower. As opposed to if we're standing like 2 away. Alright, and we landed a decapitation and we're getting the spear. Now, damn, that sucked. Wow, we get the pike too. Awesome. Okay. Let's not die with anyone down here. Numbers are basically what wins us these early fights. Numbers and a little bit of skill and luck. So that we can become better armed. Yeah, the odds are that this guy misses. If he hit, I would have been pretty aggravated. Yeah, his chance to hit was a 7%. Would love to get this guy's mail, though. We're going to go for a decapitation. Went for 2 and whiffed both of them. Okay. And he's missed 2 attacks in a row as well. All we're doing right now is like literally begging this guy to kill us. Kill somebody. I don't mind putting these alternate targets here because they're all well armored and in good shape. And there's a good chance we break him here, which we did. He was already set to fleeing. So we have 2 Scrammus axes. This weapon also kind of hits the head. So, I mean, there's just so many chances for us to kill him and hopefully not destroy his armor. Because that would be a nice upgrade for us. But he's going to try and run, and he's going to get wrecked. And we can't control who does it. Okay, I think that was his armor. We picked up 1 pike, 1 boar spear, and 1 worn mail shirt. Which is 110 durability, as opposed to some of the 80s that we're wearing right now. And the pike is good. Pike is better than a Warfork. If we look at the stats side by side, Warfork is a 40 to 60, and this is a 60 to 80. So way better. In a lot of cases, you know, we need to use this pike right now. Let's just let Torkel use it. Bring him over here, perhaps. Shuffle our party a little bit. Warfork can go on someone like this. I was going to say, whoever really has the best chance to use it. Nope. And whoever has the best fatigue as well, who can afford to carry it. Alright, in the front lines, what do we have here? You know, Heribert, you can have that. You can have this. And I think that's good. Now the boar spear, who has the worst? I think it's Heribert. Yeah, he's got the really bad melee skill. A 47. So the boar spear is right up his alley. So if we look here as it attacks, plus 20% chance to hit. Super important. We're going to give him student so that he levels quickly. 3 in fatigue. He desperately needs melee skill that he's not getting. I'll take a 4 roll there just because it's a big number. And a 3 roll here. That ended up giving him 4 thanks to Colossus. And then here on a frontliner, we're going to take Backstabber. Nice. Happy to see that. Resolve is definitely something we're building on him. So let's take that. And that 3 roll in melee defense is great as well. So 55 there. Put him up to 60. If he becomes our sergeant, that'll be good. And then whittled here. Give him brawny for now. 4. 4. And 4. Get him over that 50 resolve threshold. Let's head back. It's only 200 crowns, but I mean the upgrades themselves are worth it. We got lots of levels. We got paid to take a fight we would have happily taken in any scenario. They like us a little bit more. They want to sell us more things at better prices. Just a super win-win for us. We need more food, so we'll buy more fish. More tools. More ammo. Sell the short sword. We don't need that. Don't need a peasant shirt. And let's see what this 2 skull contract is. It's a delivery. In Koppelstadt, 2 days southeast. That is not at all what we wanted to do. What's our condition? So we need a long time to repair and heal. But where is Koppelstadt? Okay, they want us to go all the way to the bottom of the map. I'm not doing that. That's pretty awful. We're just going to head over to Untime and see what's up over there. I was hoping this was a like, go down here and take out the Tomb of the Mad King, and that would have been great. Another set of enemies that I would love to take on right now would be the Reavers. If we could find, you know, some groups of thralls with some Reavers in it, maybe pull them into the roads here. Always check the marketplace first. They have really cheap grain. We'll buy some of that. Check out their hires just to know what's here. They want us to go to Koppeldorf, which is 3 days south. We're not doing that, so we're going to go to Hejsager, or Hejsagar. Have we visited? No, we've never been to Grimborg. We should do that, even though it's a place that we can't get contracts from. We should still visit, because eventually, once we have 2,000 crowns, we're going to get that ambition that wants us to have explored everywhere. And the last thing we're going to want to do, is to come all the way back up here just to explore that one location. In Lukenberg. We're probably going to take this one because we find ourselves kind of stranded here. They want us to go here. We've never been there. But these 3 places could be another good place to quest. You know what, I know I just talked about going to Grimborg, but I think we just need to take this. We're running a bit low on money. And they're going to pay us to relocate. How many days are we good for? 5 more days? Yeah, that's more than enough. Let's visit Grimborg first. Let's knock that out. You can kind of zoom in and see they have an arrow maker shed, ore smelters, a workshop. Alright, so they have an armory and a weaponsmith. That's a good location for later in the game, now that we know what's there. Let's hope to, you know, pick a fight. I'm happy they gave us 90 crowns in advance. That's almost a day's pay. You'll see there are some fights here. And we've repaired all of our, you know, messed up gear. That's great. Everyone's almost fully healed. They'll definitely, I think, be by the time we get to where we're going. Really, no bandits or anything? Yeah, I was hoping to get a lot of contracts in the north. We're going to stop here because we've never been here before. They have a well-stocked weaponsmith. Man, this is a place to buy weapons. Norman the Builder, a mason. And they have a squire. So some good backgrounds here. The Chorine. I don't even know what this word is. Let me whip out my phone real quick. Do some Googling. How dare they use some big words I don't know. Chorine. My phone's like, did you mean chlorine? A chorus girl. So a girl who sings in a chorus. So like a choir, maybe a choirine? It's almost like a siren. Siren, but a choirine. So he's a woman who sings. It makes sense because he's a bard. Or a minstrel, rather. Okay. Could have used some context clues there, but too much trouble. Ah, pole hammer. We had such good success with those. And they have cheap hauberks. Ugh. We don't have any crowns, though. Oh well. Keep on moving. Let's hope for a good contract there. Man, Battle Brothers is so much all about just making the most of your bad situations. We found ourselves injured and, you know, in need of repair. So what do? We take a contract that lets us travel out of a location with no contracts into a location that potentially has them. I'm not so sure about this. It's a 3-skull contract. Maybe I can pull them into something. We see that this is a pretty busy road. Okay, 10 dire wolves is not that scary. We still got an injury. Let's pull out our backup boy. Yeah, we still have a couple serious injuries. We should be able to do just fine versus some dire wolves, but I've already been recording for so long. Let me just save the game real quick. Yeah, we shouldn't have any problems with them, especially not on open ground, not with, you know, archers and pole arms to back up our frontliners. We should be fine, as long as they're not all frenzied. If they're frenzied, we would probably lose some people. I'm checking their names just to make sure that none of them are. You can kind of tell, normally they're like frothing at the mouth, but some of the designs here, it's just a little hard to tell, regardless. So we're kind of just knocking off their armor. That was a pretty unfortunate series of misses. Direwolves have really bad morale, or resolve, I should say. So if you can kill a few of them right in the beginning, you see how there's just shocks and shocks of resolve damage, so to speak, going through their entire line. But we're missing a lot. They're very hard to hit. Nice. So when they do finally make it into combat and they're already kind of breaking, their chances to hit us are much lower. What we need to do is find a barber so we can give everyone cultist tattoos. I just thought about that. I was looking down here at Baldwin, and he looks just super crazy with these tattoos on his face. Like his cold, dead eyes. Fears neither death nor pain. Alright, they're getting up and around. Alright, there goes the helmet on Heribert. What we really don't want them to do is focus attack people. Went for that. We want them to spread their DPS out as much as possible. You know what? Let's put up that shield. And because they're running, we're going to come down here. Spear wall. Spear wall is like, if I was playing on my own, my entire front line would probably be like spears right now. In the early game, spears just carry you to victory. So many of the early enemies in the game just don't know how to deal with spears. It just solves so many problems at once. It helps fix your poor stats. It gives you a really, solid front line. Keeping the enemy back for as long as possible so that your archers can do the real damage. I mean, check this out. Against beasts especially, zombies as well. It's really great. At this point, I would probably already have like 3 or 4 spear and shield masters. Don't kill me, bro. $55 versus 60. We're missing a lot of attacks with Baldwin. He's running, so we're going to step up here and help out. Alright, just get them all running. Step in here for the better surround. Hopefully we can get this kill. We're going to step down here. Nice. Are they all running? Almost. Everyone but this one. A 51, a 54, and a 64. We'll take that. Nice. So we gotta hope that we can kill them before they're able to escape. It looks like the bleed killed him there, which is not nearly as good as if we kill him. Are we getting anything from this? I'm not seeing a lot of loot yet. We can get their pelts. That's probably the most valuable. Their glands, their meat, all that stuff, you just basically sell it at this point in the game. The pelts we could consider holding on to for when we're around. We're going to run them down. Whenever we're around a taxidermist, we could make some good stuff. And we just, man. Not able to hit at all with Baldwin. Alright, that's one pelt. Went for the decapitation. We didn't get it. Decapitations work great against dire wolves. Their resolve is so low. If you decapitate someone on like the first turn, you can just send a huge shockwave through them. I was going to say, they shouldn't be able to make it out, but yeah, two unusually large pelts. Let's be done with this. We have crowns to collect. So not at all really a scary fight for us. Prices here on ammunition is pretty good. We can get our banner right now if we just sell this, though. And we're going to do it. Hopefully it triggers pretty much instantly. Guntram the Barbarian. Wait, was he actually... No, he was a wild man, right? Yeah, okay. Because there actually are barbarians you can get in this game. Come on, there we go. We spent 1,000 crowns, but we get a battle standard, which is basically like a pike. So no one likes a skinflint, least of all a group of wandering, bloodthirsty rabble motivated primarily by a love of coin. Not everyone, or more precisely no one, was thrilled when you suggested cutting back on spending to save up for a company standard. Once the Demon of Dovkul standard is finally paid for and hoisted for the first time to proudly snap in a fresh dawn breeze, however, no one could claim it wasn't worth it. The men are proud of their new standard, even tossing around names for it around the campfire, though none of them really stick. It's clear for everyone to see now this is not some band of hired thugs. This is becoming a true mercenary company. Who should have the honor of carrying the standard? So, of course, if you're familiar with Battle Brothers, you know that we need to give it to someone who has really good resolve. So I'm looking at some of my backliners. Rollo has really good resolve, but Rollo is going to be an archer, probably. Although that's kind of not super set in stone. His melee skill is better than his range skill. Just looking at the resolve stat down here. So, anticipating Ulfert being our sergeant. Yeah, let's give it to Rollo. Boom. He's going to need quick hands in order to use it effectively, but that's fine. Did we level off that fight? Looks like we did. Okay. Student there. And Hagen can take a 4 in fatigue. He needs that pretty badly. Wow, a 5. These rolls are kind of ridiculous. At some point, we're definitely going to want to value melee defense over it. Resolve. Get him over that 101. I like that. Just be super tanky in the HP. It's definitely a strategy. Nobody wants to try me? We still got 10 minutes left, guys. Somebody's got to want to try me. Well, we are visiting places because we know that at some point, very soon, we're going to get that next ambition. So, check out the weaponsmith. I'd just like to see if maybe there's something new there. An item that I've never seen before, perhaps. Grave robbers. This is fine. This is probably either going to be some raiders. Ooh, it looks like maybe a really strong group of undead. You know what? Before we go over there, let's head down to Seawalk. This is not a place we can get a contract from yet, because it is a citadel of sorts. But we will want to have visited it. We don't want to have to come back here. We can always take a boat to come here if we need to. Tempted to buy another war dog. Okay, another good place to get some nobles. Ah, and a witch hunter. I feel like a witch hunter is the exact opposite of the type of person who would join a band of cultists, though maybe could roleplay that a little bit. He's a fallen witch hunter. We'll buy some tools. Prices here are quite good for them. And we're eating some tainted wolf meat right now. But anyway, let's head back. We'll go up to the ruined tomb. This feels like a definite save the game before we enter type of thing, because it's a 3-skull contract. The game is looking at our levels and at our number of brothers and our current, probably our current renown level of competent, and seeing that it can give us these type of contracts. And I usually don't go by so much the skulls, so much as how much they're paying us. And this tells me that it'll probably be like that opening undead fight we took. It'll probably be something similar to that. And this is 6 raiders. I'd much rather take this fight. Up in the hills with ranged stuff, we have the advantage for sure. You know, let's save the game again. I'm going to be doing that a lot right now just because I don't have time to like record extra today. And the last thing I want is to have like a total party wipe or something crazy. I don't know. Something bad happened. It gave them the high ground, but they have no range, so they're going to have to come to us. Of course, this is a great location for us to take the high ground. Having the range advantage doesn't mean much if you never hit anything. I will say that. So we do have some brothers on the low ground. We want to pull them up. No reason to ever give them a fair fight if we can help it. So what we're going to do is we're going to move Torkel back. And I think they're going to try and go around the top. So we're going to move up here with Hartwig. Yeah, I'm sure he'll go down, but these other guys are going to hit us here. I'm almost positive. So let's get up top. Let's actually step here just in case Hagen can't make it. Okay, Hagen had some movement left. I didn't know how much he had left, but that's fine. And now we've got a nice, you know, wall, basically, of high ground that's just for us. And the one shot, but we don't get the pike. I'm gonna say this, guys. That's pretty weak. I'm going to move here and spear wall it up. They're wanting to stay. I already know how they're moving. I can like see the pattern. They want to stay on the high ground, and they want to engage where they think it's advantageous to them, of course. Got some 46s. Take an aim shot, or we can just go for this guy. Nice. We get the buckler. Damn it. We'll take 239s, and we miss both of them. Actually going to step in here. And we'll step up with Lammy. If they want to step into this triple surround to try and attack our crossbowmen, which the AI might just value, that'll be a pretty bad move for them. Yeah, I figured this was much more likely. And he's going to go around the back. Now what we could do here was push him and knock him out of his shield wall, and then try and take shots at him. But if he's going to spend his whole turn doing nothing, then we're okay with that. Holy crap, the one shot. We're going to step up here. Worst thing he can do is step here, and then we're just on like equal footing. And we can always like use our billhook's alternate attack to knock him around. Yeah, come on in. Yeah, go around the side. Oh, he managed to make it past and hit us. What an insult. Okay. We're fine now to step in and start getting some sort of a surround here. Excellent. And we also got the stun. Alright, a quadruple surround. And we have the stun here. That's what we were anticipating. That's really great for us. Now we have the quintuple surround. Should be no way we miss that. It's all just how much of this armor and weapons are we going to get? And I don't know. I'm not super optimistic. I wanted to save this position for Lammy to come up and shoot. And now if we were able to hit with Hertwig, we almost certainly have the kill. We didn't quite get it though. That was very close, but that was the kind of the mental math I was doing. But from here, it should just be a really easy mop-up. He's got a falchion, he's got the leather lamellar that we've destroyed. It's one of the things I miss about our barbarian run, is I think it's a 25% chance to get loot even though you destroy it. And you still have a chance to get destroyed loot. It's just not very good. And Lammy was on point this battle too. So yeah, we got all of the worst of the loot. We did pick up a padded, dented nasal helm, which is fine. Morning Star, that's okay. Leather Lamellar is okay. I'm like, there was just so much better stuff there that we didn't get. We didn't get any of the falchions, which I would love to give to my brothers instead of these Scramasaxes, because they'll give us an increased chance to hit, because they are swords. Take that 3. Man, these 1s. I don't want any of this other stuff. Let's just take a 2 in range skill. I like to get them up to 10 anyway. We'll take Backstabber. And I think that's going to be it for us today, guys. We're hitting that exact hour mark. And we're going to set another ambition. for tomorrow. So as is customary, you assemble the men to explain the company's next step. Brothers, the demons of Dovkul must show the world we are forged of a hotter fire than other mercenary bands. As our reputation grows, so will the influx of crowns to our coffers. Let us forge a path to greatness. What do you tell the men of the company that they will do? Okay. Fight at least a dozen. I want to name a sergeant. That's pretty easy. But we might be about to do this right now. So let's just knock this out, and then we'll name a sergeant next. But guys, that's going to be it for me today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and next time we're going to head into the ruined tomb, probably to get crushed, I have no doubt. We'll almost certainly finish our ambition. We're knocking those out nice and quick, and then we'll probably have a sergeant to name very soon. So next time Ulfert levels, we're going to give him Rally the Troops, and that'll make him our sergeant character, and that'll be it for that. Oh, but before we go, let's assign this loot here real quick. So the lamellar armor, let's give it to Cassia there. And that's just strictly better than a cultist hood for sure. Now this messes with your vision. It doesn't much matter on them though. And padded leather is better than blotched gambesons. So we're finally out of blotched gambesons, which is nice. We're stepping, tiers higher. Morning Star might be better than a Scramasax depending on what you're fighting. But if we're fighting zombies, I'd rather have the ability to cut their heads off. So we'll switch it up like that. Alright guys, without any further ado, thank you so much for watching. And as always, I will see you in the next one. Take care, y'all.